Hello, my dudes, and welcome back to Tangent Telephone. Oh my gosh, ow. My throat is already hurting. Okay, fun little update. Not fun, actually. I thought I was better, okay? I thought I was better. I think I was getting better, but then I definitely went too hard, and I was excited to come on here and tell you about my week and my weekend. And then yesterday, I thought I was maybe just hungover from my Saturday night. And my throat was a little bit sore. And I felt kind of shitty, but I was probably just hungover and still getting over my COVID slash flu slash whatever. And then this morning I woke up with the craziest sore throat that I have had ever since, or the craziest sore throat that I've had since getting my tonsils out. I don't really get sore throats. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is not good. And I looked at my throat and it was swollen like crazy. And I just feel I feel sick again. My ears hurt. My body is I'm fatigued again. I'm what the fuck, bitch? I was getting better. And then I got too confident. And I guess I'm going to try and tell you about my weekend. But goddamn, I was I can podcast. I feel like shit, whatever, but it's fine. And I'm talking and I'm oh my gosh, it hurts so bad to talk. Ugh. I'm having flashbacks to getting my tonsils out. Monday, I did the podcast a week ago. And the day after that, I actually felt a lot worse. And I was okay, well, I had Monday where I felt a little bit better than Sunday and worse. And then pretty bad on Wednesday. And then Thursday, I felt a lot better. And Thursday was the day that Thursday was the day that I went to the airport and picked up this man. Bless my soul. Ugh. It's kind of a good thing that my throat is so sore because it keeps me from saying things that I would normally say just because it hurts to talk. So I can't really go off on too many little tangents in this episode. So I was glad that I was feeling a lot better on Thursday. Still not great. I was super nauseous, but better. And I drove to LAX, which it took me an hour and a half to get there. Picked up this man. He lives in Orange County. So we then drove to Orange County. It was a good night. We went out. I stayed there and then I drove home the next day. And even then I was okay, I'm a little hungover, but I feel I'm getting better from the sickness that I had, which was further confirmed by the next day, Saturday, waking up and feeling so much better. I was okay, I'm not sick anymore. This is great. And that Saturday, he had asked me if I wanted to go to this club in OC and see YG perform. So, again, Saturday night, he sends me an Uber here. I take an Uber. It's, if you don't know, it's an hour without traffic. So I get in the Uber, go to his house in OC. I'm going to laugh if he's, well, I'll get there. I was going to say I'm going to laugh if he's listening to this, but, and then we went out and it was really fun. Came back and then I had a shoot yesterday and it started super early. So I had to Uber back to my house. I think it was I got home at almost 6 a.m., which I don't understand how that's possible, because I'm thinking if we got home from the club a little after 2, well, I don't know. I got home and I had to go shoot, so just didn't sleep. So it's making sense why I would not be feeling well. However, I didn't think I was gonna have fucking pneumonia, which I now know that I have, and it's pretty rough. And they're not giving me medication for it because they said it's viral, so I can't take antibiotics for it. Whatever. Point is, I definitely went too hard when I was not all the way better. It kind of just goes back to what I was saying last week about I don't know how to relax when I'm sick. I don't know how to take care of myself when I'm sick. But to be fair, I really thought I was on the up and up. And I think if I hadn't gone out Saturday night, or at least I would have slept, I'd probably be fine. But no, I'm not fine now. So that sucks. It feels like it's been longer than a week that I've been sick. I guess it's been 9 days. but it feels like it's been so long, and it's so not fun. And it's weird because, like, when I woke up with a sore throat this morning, I was like, the fuck, I haven't had a sore throat this whole time. Like, that was never a symptom. And usually a sore throat is like the first symptom that you get when you're sick, no? So I was like, fuck. So I knew something was wrong, and I also felt dead. I also woke up, oh my god, this has been happening a lot recently, and so I don't know if Bug is sick as well, but, well, I wouldn't say a lot. It's happened like 3 times in the last couple of weeks where she throws up in the middle of the night. Normally she likes to throw up on my bed, or in my bathroom on my big fluffy, like, well, I was gonna say there couldn't be a worse spot for her to throw up. There could be. I have 2 like real, are they sheep? Yeah, sheep fur. What? My brain just is not. Nope. 404 error not found. It would be bad if she threw up on those. But I have this like shaggy rug in my bathroom that's super big, and it says "Get Naked" on it. She likes to throw up on that rug, which is so fucking annoying because the rest of my apartment is wood flooring. But like, no, let's go right on the fabric. And then also the other place, like I said, is my bed, my white duvet/duvet cover. I literally have to keep buying duvet covers because she will throw up on it, and like, I will clean it and try to get the stain out, but it doesn't come out fully. And like, at a certain point I'm like, I can't do this anymore. So I just got this new duvet, and I have still been waiting for the cover to come. So I've just been sleeping with like a white duvet. Oh my god, so loud. Also, shout out to the soundproofing. Can you see? It's like, I need to get even more now that I just said fuck it. I don't care that it's white and like this chair is cream. You can't even see the chair right now. And this is also not the final setup. Also, there's a random room divider right here. It's kind of because like I wanted to it doesn't matter. But yeah, the soundproofing actually goes like way far over there, but I don't think you can't see that. But slowly but surely, I like how I was like, I'm not gonna do a podcast until the studio is done and it's a reveal. But like, instead, every week there's like 2 more sound panels on the wall. Eventually it'll be what I want, okay? And eventually I'll add in the other camera angles and all of that stuff. But let me tell you, the last 2 weeks have not been the time because a bitch is sick. And it sucks. It fucking sucks. I was so pissed off this morning when I woke up sick. I was just so ready because it's Monday. I was so ready to like have a new week, a new fresh start, to have like energy and be on it and be on my shit. And I'm like even sicker than I was before, I think. But I mean, the weekend was super fun. If that's what gave me pneumonia, then I don't regret it. She said, unsure of if she meant it. What was I going to say before I went off on that? I was going to say something. Oh, the throw up thing. So a couple nights ago, she throws up on my duvet. No cover, just the duvet. I'm like, motherfucker, clean that. This morning, and there's still like a stain on it, even though I cleaned it. Oh my god, ow, my throat. Clean that, and then this morning, as usual, she's scratching my face to wake me up, and I'm opening my eyes. I'm going to like grab my phone, get out of bed, and instead of grabbing my phone, I grabbed something wet and squishy, and it was throw up. It was her throw up. I don't think she's sick. I think she just throws up sometimes. Oh, well, I was gonna say earlier, this will be a good test to see if he listens to / watches my podcast, because then he's gonna be like, I heard you talking about me. We'll see. I don't know. I know that like he's listened to it before we met, which sounds weird, but it's not it's not. Essentially, we were both at the same event a couple months back, and he ended up messaging me, and even though I like never respond to fucking anyone, I did respond to him. And so like, in that sense, we've been following each other for a couple months. But then the first night that we like hung out and saw each other was, oh my god, not that, it was like, wow, it was only like a week and a half ago. Wait, what? No, not even 2 weeks ago. We hung out like this whole night after I had a swimsuit competition, and then I took him to the airport. He was out of town for a week. I picked him up from the airport. I've seen him like 3 times since then. But the first night that we were hanging out, he brought up my podcast, and he said that like he had listened to it. So the reason I say it's not what you think is because, like, something that I really, really hate is when this happened recently, actually, on an airplane. And this is different, kind of, but this guy came up and sat next to me. I was, like, on a flight to Vegas. And first of all, I don't want to talk to anyone on an airplane for any reason. I mean, longer than, like, a couple minutes, right? This guy would not shut up and was talking to me for the entire flight. He was talking to me about, like, his work and, like, all this shit. Never once said anything about knowing who I am. I land in Vegas. I'm, like, going to find my friends. I'm on my phone at, like, the airport bar waiting for my 2 friends to get there and scrolling through my DM requests, and I have a DM from this person that I had, like, just left 10 minutes ago on the plane, who, by the way, asked if he could, like, hop in our car because we were going to have a car coming to pick us up. And I was like, yeah, I would say yeah, but, like, my friends aren't going to land for, like, 10 more minutes. And I don't know, it was weird. But I had a DM from him. And he already had followed me, like, not that day, but he already had been following me for I don't know how long. And his DM was saying, like, it was so nice to meet you and, like, talk to you, blah, blah, blah. And I felt so weird and, like, icky in that moment. Just like, I don't like that you didn't say that you knew who I was. Not that I would have, like, talked to him any differently, but it's just a weird thing. Like, it's just fucking weird. So I don't like when, not that I was trying to date that man, we were on an airplane, but I still think it's a weird thing. I don't know. Also, he wasn't even assigned that seat. He, like, moved there. Going into even, like, a friendship, I don't, which maybe not a friendship, because it will happen sometimes, where I meet someone who, because we're, like, in the same industry, it happens a lot with, like, photographers or, like, I'll end up meeting them, and they will have followed me. So, like, obviously they'll know at least a little bit about me and my life, which is fine and great. But it's when that's, like, not made clear. I just like going into things, into any kind of friendship or relationship, and it, like, has nothing to do with work or being transactional. Both of us knowing the same amount of things about each other, which, like, should be pretty much nothing if you're just meeting someone. And yeah, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like, there have been guys that have tried to talk to me, and, like, I'll see them occasionally, and I know that, like, they have followed me for a long time, and, like, they will, like all of my stuff and respond to a lot of my stories, and, like, in person mention how, like, they saw this YouTube video or whatever, and then they'll also, like, be trying to ask me on dates and, like, things like that. And it's just the weird, like, and that's them following me isn't the reason why I'm like, no, I don't want to go on a date with you. Like, it's just because I'm not interested in them, I'm not attracted to them. I don't like it. I like to be on, like, an even playing field. Even with this guy, like, we've followed each other, but, like, I've never looked into, weirdly, I don't spend much time on social media. Like, I'll post my shit and get out of there. I don't really follow anyone. I don't really give a shit what anyone's doing. And it's not like he's, like, he's not a social media person, so it's not like he's posting like I would on social media. So I get that too. It's different because, like, I put my shit out there, whereas he has a real world job. You know what I mean? Out in the real world. Not that this isn't the real world, but it's not. And so, where was I going with that? Oh, well, he mentioned that he, like, listened to part of my podcast or something. And I actually, despite everything that I just said, I was like, what? You listen to my podcast? And look, it could be because I'm attracted to this person, but also it's more so that I don't want someone to know, like, so much about me. And, like, even though I do put it out there, yes, I'm sharing that with people, but that doesn't mean I want to date someone who, like, has followed me for years. You know what I mean? Like, I would like to, you know, I just want to be on the same playing field. But since it's, like, a recent thing where we've, like, followed each other and we're not, like, talking at all. Like, we just saw each other at this swimsuit thing, didn't know that each other was going to be there. So in that scenario, it's different. It would probably be weird if he was like, oh yeah, I watched all your YouTube videos and I listened. Like, that would probably be weird to me. I wouldn't. I mean, not that it would be weird, but I wouldn't like that, and I probably wouldn't want to pursue that. Just because I put all my shit out there doesn't mean I want you to see it yet. You know what I mean? But him saying that he listened to my podcast, I was like, okay. And like that's also a thing where like especially the last person I was with like could not give less of a fuck about what I was I don't know how to say it. Like did he watch a single YouTube video? No. Did he like care about anything that I did? No. Except for like OnlyFans, but that's because he was literally in the videos with me. Did he ever like read something that I wrote even though he said he wanted to, and so I would like send him things? No. Didn't care about anything my brain had to offer at all. And so I guess what I'm trying to say is it was cool for it to feel like someone that I'm potentially into recognizes that like my brain can do cool things. What? That's not. I'm not even gonna say, do you know what I mean? Because I know I just did an ass job at explaining that, and it might have sounded contradictory, but it's not, I swear. Anyway, that's enough airtime for him today. You know what's weird? I had a mirror. I bought a really, really big mirror, and it said it was delivered yesterday, and it wasn't. And that sounded stupid, but it, like, normally when I get packages here, it goes to, like, a room, and you have to have a code and everything, but, like, I arranged for it to be, like, doorstep delivery, whatever. So I got home from my shoot, and I was expecting to have this giant mirror outside my door, because I literally had an email saying it was, confirmed, delivered outside my door, and there was nothing there. So I needed to figure out, did someone steal my giant mirror, or did they just not deliver it? Because it's not downstairs in the package room. So I don't really know what's going on with that, but I would like that giant mirror. You know what I mean? Okay, so I was thinking, even before I felt really shitty today, I was thinking maybe I could do this today on the pod. My friend, oh my god, you know what would be a hilarious episode is just reading the conversations that my best friend and I have over text. Like, I straight up said to her yesterday, like, yeah, why did I say yesterday like that? Yesterday, I was like, looking at this conversation, like, from an outside perspective, they're going to use our text conversations one day as examples for, like, various things in the next edition of the DSM. They are going to study our texts and be like, this is substance abuse, this is codependency, this is just thought behavior. Could you imagine if that's, like, a diagnosis in the next DSM? No, but, like, she this weekend was drunk bowling. This has nothing to do with, like, what happened to her, but it's just funny because that's what she was doing. And then her and this dude were walking somewhere else. I don't know. And a drunk driver, probably, I would assume, almost hit her while they were walking. My camera just stopped, and I don't know if it cut me off. So anyway, she was walking with this guy. A driver, probably drunk based on, like, what she was saying, almost hit her while she's on foot. I don't know how this dude didn't almost get hit too. Maybe he did. I'm not really sure what happened to him. But she had to, like, I can't remember what she had, the way she described it, but she had to jump out of the way. And this bitch broke her knee. This is why it was like, if someone looked at this conversation, it would be insane. And I'll get to what I was talking about too, because my side was just as insane. In fact, should I just read it to you? I kind of want to just read you our conversation that started on Saturday night while I was at a club, at a table, watching YG. Bug is snoring so loud right now. Holy crap. Bug, stop snoring. I don't know if you can hear that, but holy shit, she snores like a French bulldog. I'm gonna read this, and I'll tell her that I'm reading it too. See, this is gonna be the real test if this man listens to my podcast, because, this is gonna be if he listens to this, I will know immediately. By the way, I was about to say, I was gonna read some Reddit Am I the Asshole things, because one of my other friends sent me one the other day, because it was kind of, like, related to something that we dealt with one time, and I was like, I could, like, go through there and read some on the podcast. So if my voice is still intact after I read this conversation, we'll do that. But honestly, instead of explaining what happened, I might as well just read you our conversation. It's more nuanced, okay? Okay, first of all, we have each other's locations. She lives in Arizona. We have each other's locations, like, indefinitely, but I'm looking at this now. On Saturday night, she shared her current location with me 3 times, which, like, first of all, I already have your location. Second of all, and then she said, I'm bowling, and then she sent me a photo of her in the bathroom with bowling shoes. And then she sent me a long-ass novel, which I still need to read, because when I got this, I was at the club, and I was, nope, I'm not going to read it. Oh, and then I told her that they were playing Tatiana, because Blueface was opening, and he played Tatiana, and that's, if you know, you know. If you are, I think 2019 this would have been. I might put the video in. I'm going to put the video in, the video version of this podcast. Oh my gosh. I need to find what video this is in. It's in a YouTube video where we're at my ex's apartment complex. Like my the one that y'all, yeah. And we're like, we had been drinking, or by an elevator, and I'm like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I'm singing Bust Down Tatiana, and then I do a herky, like that cheerleading move, and my Birkenstock flies off and hits her in the face.
I'll eat it. Bust down Tatiana.
I want to see
down
you
Tatiana. Bust down Tatiana. Bust.
I can't help it. I can't help it.
Are you fucked okay?
I just herkied onto your face.
As I'm doing a cheer to Bust Down Tatiana, but also we would just always sing it.
First I had to tip her 20,001. Bitch, I already know it. You a bitch. You should work out. You a fucking cougar. The bitch got loaded this at high school dances.
I had, like, Blueface was singing it live. I had to record a video and send it to her. So I did. And it's this, I watched it back yesterday. I was like, I don't know why I sent that to you. It's just a video of me being like, playing Tatiana. I don't even fucking know. Then I said, I'm too drunk to read your novel right now, but I can't wait to read it. Okay, so here's where we're about to all find out if this man listens to my podcast. I texted her at 4 a.m., said, I'm so drunk. I'm in an Uber going home from Orange County. I was just came inside of. And I wonder why I got pregante. And then she replies, I broke my front teeth tonight. I said, what? Haven't you done that before? Because she has. A couple years ago, I got a photo of her 2 front teeth busted. And I think she was biting her, like, acrylic nails off that time. And so then she got, like, I don't know, probably like partial veneers or crowns or whatever you call it on your front teeth. She said, yeah, I chipped the part that was broken before. I was crossing the street and a drunk driver almost hit me, so I jumped to avoid it and I'm pretty fucked up. Should have let him hit me. Like 5 hours later at 8 a.m., she sends me all these photos and says, felt cute, might delete later. The first one is I'm going to ask her if I can put these in because you guys, you need to see what I'm seeing. Is her knee. Then I swipe. Oh, she's probably not going to want me to put the one with her teeth. Then I swipe, and it's first of all, her new contact photo for sure. I need to change that. Her mouth with her teeth knocked out. Then her arm. Then her shoulder. And this bitch is fucked up, especially her knee, but her arm and shoulder too. I was like, oh my God, you are a shit show. I screamed when I swiped to the second photo. Stop it. I'm skipping some stuff here. Then I sent her 2 voice memos, which I don't have anymore, which is actually probably good because I probably wouldn't want you to hear what I was saying in them. But essentially, I already said in that text I was just came inside of, but I was explaining a little bit more about that in the voice memos. She replies with photos of her knee and was explaining to me like what happened because I was asking her. So basically my entire side of this you're not going to know because I was sending voice memos because I was driving. Fuck. She said, I don't know, dude, how I chipped my teeth, but there isn't a single scratch on my face. I didn't hit my head. My makeup was perfect. I was like, your winged liner is unscathed. Meanwhile, you knocked your literal teeth out. She said my lip liner was still intact. Then we're talking about the voodoo clam. Okay, but this is what I said to her about the DSM thing. One day they're going to study our conversations as examples of various mental and physical disorders. Like, look at this convo from an outside perspective. You, knocked teeth out, broke knee after drunk bowling. Me, he came in me because he wanted to get me pregnant. I don't want to say it all. Fuck. I'm going to skip the second part. Also, just all of our past convos about, then I name 1,000 men. We could sell our text to the board of psych and have it be the next DSM with little annotations next to all the shit that we describe. Quote, this is substance abuse. This is clearly extreme codependency and CPTSD. This is an unhealthy coping mechanism. So is this. And then she said DSM 666. I think I'm being love bombed and I like it is a great t-shirt. Oh, that was... Never mind. Okay, so honestly, it's a good thing that I couldn't play any of what I was saying because I feel like that's just a little too much. But the things that I was saying were super feral and unhinged as well. And so I was just like, our texts one day are going to be studied for various things. Damn, I didn't get to any of the Am I the Assholes, and my throat is fucking killing me right now. And I've been talking for like 40 minutes. I am making a promise that as soon as my throat is better, I'm putting it out into the universe. It's going to be before Monday. I'm hoping it's like tomorrow. I'm going to like not go out and rage my face off tonight. I was supposed to go to an event. I'm actually kind of sad. It was actually an event that I wanted to go to for Charlie Jordan and Diablo and whatever. I'm not going to go because first of all, I feel like ass. But second of all, no, we're getting better. Once my throat feels better, I want to record another episode because I know this one sucked. And I know I said I was going to stop saying that, but I'm pretty positive this one sucked. And maybe that's just because I was talking about, like, me the whole time, and, like, I don't know if that's interesting to anyone. I can't help it. I'm, like, this podcast, I'm not going to talk about my own life, my own stuff. I can't help it. There's too many interesting things that happen. Anyone in my life knows that if you're hanging out with me, something fucking insane or weird or not bad usually, but just, like, crazy things happen when people are hanging out with me. Deadass, ask anyone that knows me personally if there's ever been a time when we've been hanging out, me and them, and something literally like out of a movie happens, or I create. I probably, maybe because I create a lot of scenarios, but like also just in general. Well, no, maybe it is me. We have a word for it. It's called karam. I say we as if I am Persian. You know what? At this point, I probably am Persian somehow, by proxy. By insemination. Okay. Thank you for listening or watching. You should definitely watch this one because I feel like there were some things that I was going to put in the video version. Didn't get to the Reddit, didn't get to the phone booth, but you know what? A bitch has pneumonia. Who gets pneumonia? Who gets pneumonia? I got pneumonia last time after I had COVID. It's like I can't recover from a sickness without getting a secondary infection. And that's because I don't let myself fucking rest. Ow. Talking is painful. I need to charge my car. I need to get groceries. I have so much work to do. Someone want to pay my rent? Subscribe to the YouTube. Subscribe to the podcast on Spotify, Apple, Amazon Music. Like the video. Leave us 5 stars. Us as in me and my swollen lymph nodes right now. And the virus currently living in my body. I'll be back with another episode this week. I will. Because I'm putting it out into the universe that I will be healed. Oh my gosh. Every time my pitch gets too high or low, my throat feels like I'm like dislocating my tonsil, and I don't even have my tonsils anymore. That's how serious it is. Did you know that your tonsils can grow back after you get them out? That would fucking suck. Let's hope that doesn't happen. I wonder if you planted your tonsils, if it would like grow a tonsil tree. I wouldn't know. I asked my doctor if I could keep them, and he said no, but he sent me a photo of them. They look like chicken kebabs. Okay, bye.